next level moment.
I hope so. I'm hoping so. But I've had that hope before. And it's the one thing, like the big moment that you think is going to catapult you into another realm. You know, I don't know if that will happen or not. All I can do is just accept it for what it is and realize that for me it's a very important moment and do what I can. And after that, it's not really up to me. I just keep working, you know. This exhibition, I thought, well, I want to do new work, but I want to do work that's more narrative, and that's kind of where I've wanted to be all these years, but for whatever reason, I didn't do that. I was doing still lifes and portraits and more the safe, I guess, route. So I'm using this exhibition as an opportunity to sort of revisit some old figurative narrative work. So I had some stuff that I wanted to get out of the way, but these things have always sort of been on my mind. They're kind of the one or two really great ideas that never leave you, you know. Everybody wants to see this big bar scene get finished. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to revisit some old ideas that I've had for a while. My friend Rick said, you should treat it like the Raft of the Medusa, which is this really famous painting that's huge. And he did all kinds of drawing studies for it and preparatory work for it. And so I thought that was pretty cool to maybe make the whole exhibition about this one painting. I've got a whole new 8-foot canvas stretched, so I'm going to do it all over again, basically taking this as the foundation and then redoing it, sort of maybe trying to hit that mark that I want to hit as far as, you know, result. Idea, but I did a bunch of small little thumbnail drawings, and it was a pretty extensive. My first idea was really cliche and, you know, kind of over the top. It was all about stages of a relationship, you know, where you meet somebody, it's all fire and brimstone, you know, fire and excitement, and then you go through all the struggles of arguments, and, you know, the phone was off the hook, and there was you know, the room was full of people, but it was the same two people. And all of their interactions were either the dude's hanging out by himself, or they're arguing in the back, or they're ambivalent to each other, you know. So, and it was this really complicated, convoluted idea, and I thought that's just, you know, too much. So I just whittled it down to about 8 people. Because I think the ideas are pretty set, and I'm pretty stuck on them. I think that, you know, I feel like they're in a good place. It's just being able to resolve the visual elements to the level in which I like to paint. I didn't feel like I could get that. Get it to the point where I felt like it was, I don't know, it's got to satisfy me, but it also is, I'm competing and always thinking about those that I look at and the level that they bring their artwork to. That's what I want to do. But I didn't want to rework this painting. I want to kind of keep it as a record of that particular point in my life. So the new painting, I'm curious to see what I lose from this to the new painting. Because I think with all the resolve, it could become boring, or it could be maybe, I don't know, maybe lose some of that honesty or that truth that was coming from here, you know, or from here. I realize that I don't like and have not only heard it from other painters, but the idea of repeating yourself, going backwards rather than forward. And so as I've done this painting, I realize that I've already done it, and so there's a psychological battle
doing it again. And so the only thing that's saving me from this is my love for visual problem solving. And the reason why I covered that one up is that I wanted to treat this painting as its own thing and to think about it in its own terms rather than comparing it to that one constantly. So that one was constantly influencing me. So I kept looking over there to see what was happening there, to see if I was getting what I wanted here, and it just held me back because I was trying to make this too much like that. And instead, so I just covered that one up so I can just deal with all the visual problems that I'm trying to solve here, make this its own thing, even though there's going to be a connection between the two. But for the most part, it saved me. It completely got me focused on this only, and was able to rescue me from being able to not move forward. I don't know. You never feel like you did enough work. You know, you never feel like you finished it enough or that you resolved it enough. And I would say for what I wanted to do and what my original plan of the work that I intended on doing for the exhibition, I feel pretty good about it. And I see it in the footage. I'm so close to it here, you know, I can't see it. So when I see it sort of outside of myself here, it looks pretty good, you know, the work. And I'm always worried about, you know, not having good work. I'm terrified of that. Of not, you know, making a good product.